Well, hello, welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen here.
And I'm Michael Mandel. See, I'm on a feed that goes out of the studio and then back. Have you seen it, when people talk to people in other
I get that too, but
studios?
there's no delay,
There's
Michael.
no echo, there's no
No.
delay?
No,
You're quick.
And we're sitting here in front of a bunch of bottles of bubbly water.
Yeah.
And that's
But
what
we're not going to talk about that first. Are we going to talk about the Ruidoso fires?
Well, we are. And first off, we're going to talk about the Ruidoso fire.
Ruidoso.
Ruidoso.
Even though it's not in Ruidoso.
Yes, it is. Well, it's just outside
It's north of Ruidoso.
north,
They
the
could call it the
northwest.
Alto fire or the
Bonita.
Lake fire.
Right. Well, it's a huge fire. I was up there this week.
Do you have your hair done
I
there?
went there nearby.
Your hair looks windswept.
It was windswept.
Was it smoke swept?
Yeah, and here's the fire seen from a long shot.
That's not a fire.
There's a lot of
That looks like
fires.
it's a New Year's celebration in China.
Yes, and it's a massive fire, actually. There's a tanker making an aerial drop of slurry,
A slurry, huh?
and there was it
So,
was being
so where
battled by
were you? How
helicopters.
close were you?
Well, you couldn't get that close because they had it blocked off.
Fire. It's dangerous.
I couldn't get any closer than the road to Capitan,
Did you volunteer to hold somebody's hose?
and that's none of your business. But we were at the Sierra Blanca airport where the air operations were based out of. We talked to a lot of the Forest Service people there that were just setting up to get ready to battle this blaze
Oh my God.
with helicopters and tankers
And slurry.
and slurry.
It brings the summer in really hot, and
Well-
when we're getting close to the solstice.
They also had water helicopters dropping buckets of water
Yes.
onto the fires.
And
Come to speak
we're
of it.
here because it is going to be the solstice. It's a hot time of the year. June is the hottest part when you come to Las Cruces. It's really hot. The sun's smiling, but you can't see it because if you stare into it, you go blind. But that's what it looks like if you could stare into it.
That's right.
And
well,
the solstice comes exactly opposite, 6 months away from the winter solstice, which is when Jesus was born, and it was the coldest time. So when you think about the summer being hot like Hades and hell,
Yes.
and then Jesus, clouds and all white and snowy. So do you see? Does that
Did you
mean
get a lot
that-
of snow in Jerusalem?
I imagine when it got categorized as being Christmas, it happened in Germany probably.
Oh, I see.
So it was really cold up there. So do you think that heaven is really cold? It's not just the white clouds. It could be snow that they're walking on.
Well, it's whatever you want it to be, Michael. Don't you know that?
Well, it's good to have a mix of hot and cold. And we're here because during the summer, we've been doing a lot of tastings of booze.
And other things.
Do you remember that?
Oh, I do. I remember
okay.
every sip.
You remember we
also
did
tasted
scotch.
cheese,
We
Michael.
did a cheese tasting here. It is summer. People should be hydrating. This is not your usual hydration. Usually people just drink flat water. We're going to be doing a tasting of carbonated water. It's a little different. People are used to drinking Cokes and 7-Up and all sorts of fruity.
And it's just flavored
caloric-
carbonated water.
Yes. The important part is that you're drinking water and drinking the modified cornstarch. You're against that, right? If there were-
High fructose corn starch.
do you think if there were political parties, there would be pro cornstarch and anti cornstarch?
Yeah, the people who make it are pro, and the
Yes.
people who want to live are
Or
against
anti.
it.
So one way to go is it doesn't have flavor, but it's got. Well, we are going to find out if it has flavor.
Yes, we are.
Any difference in flavor?
Let's start off. And
We will start off,
further
as you
ado.
say, doing is better than saying.
Yes.
What do you want to do? Start this way? Keep it.
Let's see. Let's start off
We'll start here.
on your right.
This is a classic Italian water from Italy.
It really is from
obviously.
Italy.
From Italian place
Yes.
where they have it. I believe this is a natural carbonation, and it's Pellegrino, if you can read that.
You've seen it in the stores.
Yes, it's considered pretty good. It's
It's the kind of water most people avoid because it's too expensive, right?
right. This bottle is in Albertsons, $1.79.
Okay.
Let me just say that this one is also $1.79, and it has a little bit more. But this one is, oh no, this is $1.49. This one's $1.79. It's half the size. So we'll see. I'm sure it's much better.
It must be twice as good.
Pellegrino also, you go to good restaurants, like our producer likes to spend money a lot, and he goes to the best Italian
Yeah, oh,
restaurants. And they say, do you want tap or bottled? So very often they have Pellegrino. Do you want to clean your palate with some water first?
Yes, please. Would you?
Yeah.
Tap or
bottled.
Or bottled.
We don't want to drink too much because we have to
You know,
drive.
I had a girl ask me the other day, asked me if she thought she could be a dancer. I said, well, lap or pole.
You could have also said tap or lap.
Folks. Okay, Pellegrino down the hatch.
Pellegrino. Now you're supposed to get a sense of, there's no smell, obviously.
Okay, it's water with a little bit of bite to it. Isn't that what also
It's got a
water
little
is?
edge. It's got a little edge. It feels like the bubbles are very small.
They do feel small, don't they?
Don't they? Yes.
Tiny bubbles.
Delicate bubbles. Little delicate bubbles dancing against
Smaller
your palate.
than champagne bubbles, I would dare to say.
I would say you're right. Except for perhaps
They're sharper.
Piper Heidsieck. Tastes like Piper Heidsieck of water.
Down the hatch.
Glug, glug.
All right, we can't take forever. Let's try the next one.
No, you
Yeah.
have to. You want to clean your palate with some water?
Now I noticed that some water is green, some water is blue. How do they put the coloring in it?
It's this is made with mold from my swimming pool,
Oh,
and this is made with mold from between my toes.
because I've noticed you go to the ocean. Sometimes the ocean looks blue, sometimes it looks green.
See the different mold.
Oh.
It's just you never know when these are going to explode in your face.
We've already tested them. They should be fine.
Yes, they should be. We've been making. Okay, this is called. I don't know what it's
Field
called.
Day.
Field Day mineral water, and it's got natural carbonation. Natural carbonation is pretty much carbon and oxygen.
Now, how does the carbon get into the water in the wild?
In the wild, there are elements.
So it bubbles up like
carbon and oxygen are in the water. Water is H2O, and carbonation is CO2. Do you want more of this one? Because it's blue. It's probably a lot lighter.
Oh, now this has less bubbles.
So you think it's a thing of bubbles?
Much less carbonation, I must say, than the Pellegrino.
Oh, bigger bubbles. I heard your burp.
Pardon me. No, it wasn't me.
It was the bubbles.
It's a different thing. And this probably costs us. This costs the same, you say, as this?
Yes, and you get more of this, but I think
The
this one's
blue.
better.
This is a full liter.
Yes, and this is 3/4 of a liter.
Okay.
So this is like, I think what you're used to with going to the store and buying bottles of Canada Dry. It's almost like Canada Dry.
Well, that's pretty fizzy water, actually.
Less bubbles, but more air, because the bubbles are.
The air causes the bubbles.
I guess what this is supposed to be a tasting, so we don't know what we're doing until we figure out how it affects us differently.
Well, we're comparing, so we really don't know.
We're comparing.
Which is which until we taste them all. Otherwise,
I
it's
like
not
this
comparison.
one better.
That is a good one.
Yes, that's pretty
Let's keep
good.
going.
This one, I think, ounce for ounce, costs the most of anyone we bought. And this is from
Mountain Valley.
Hot Springs National Park in Arkansas. Let me be polite here.
Isn't that an oxymoron? Mountain Valley.
I think it takes in everything. It's very. Did I give you enough?
That's fine. Now this is almost bubble free. It's mineral water. I don't think it's carbonated. Is it?
No, I think it's carbonated.
Shake it up.
It's got calcium. It's got carbon. Sparkling water. What are all those sounds? Are we getting extra sounds here?
Okay.
Are you just doing burp sounds? I didn't taste it yet.
These.
It's got carbonation added. I
Okay.
think this
doesn't
is,
have a lot though. I'll tell you that. It doesn't have enough to make me want to pay extra.
Oh
This
no,
so
it's
far
got
is
a
the
little
best.
tingly. It doesn't have bubbles.
It's very subtle.
It's got a little salt in it too, I think. So, it has magnesium, potassium, and zinc in it, as well as calcium. So it tells you what it's got. This is the one you brought. Glug.
This is good old Arrowhead.
Time the glugging.
From Arrowhead from Albertsons. All right, I got this on sale for 79 cents.
It's a little caustic. Not too much, because
You're driving?
Yeah. Arrowhead is my favorite still water. You know what? Having it cold is a lot better than having it warm.
Yeah, because this was room temperature.
Yes.
It's a different. Pardon me. It's a different thing.
It's just. Yeah, it's not even worth. I would agree.
Sorry about that.
It's not even worth. Well, you know what? It
I
makes
enjoy it
water a
cold.
little bit interesting. That's what it is.
Okay.
This is a Crystal Geyser. This is one of those baby bottles you can run into. I got all the waters.
It's from California.
Yes.
Not the land of sky blue waters. You would think that's where that's from. From the land of sky blue waters.
Didn't look bubbly, did it? It says geyser, so it should
yellow.
have water in it.
Again, a very subtle one. Once you open it, the bubbles go away.
But you know, if you want to drink water, you want something a little frizzante, a little bit more exciting when it's cold.
No, this is sparkling mineral water.
These are all supposed to be sparkling
this
mineral.
This does
That's
not
supposed
say
to be
mineral.
mineral. It's not mineral. It's spring water.
Spring water.
But
What is mineral water?
well, mineral water comes supposed to come straight out of the ground.
What are the minerals? Well, gold.
No, in fact, this one has some of the minerals: calcium, magnesium, potassium, and zinc.
What? No zirconium?
Well, if it was gotten from around here, maybe it has
Uranium?
radium springs.
Radium Springs.
So we have a local water here. We should probably go to Radium Springs, drink it. You know, it would cure us until it made us horribly sick and we
Cures
died.
of what?
It would cure us of cancer.
But we wouldn't need a nightlight. So that's a good thing.
That's right. You don't have to have your watch have radiation. Wait, I didn't even finish tasting.
Oh, go
You're
ahead.
really ahead. You
know-
you can't get enough of water. You just soak it up here.
I'm thirsty, Michael.
You know what? The water in here even tastes funny, doesn't it? It tastes a little funny.
Just because we're here.
Haha. It's the funniest thing on the show, this water.
How was it?
Good timing. It's not that good. Crystal Springs. No.
All right.
Perrier.
Now, here's Perrier. Everybody knows about Perrier.
This one is lemon flavored.
Orson
You know,
Welles used to advertise it.
Perrier,
Perrier.
and my experience with Perrier is I like it.
Now, Perrier's always been nice and bubbly and fizzy. Look at that.
It is fizzy. It's
got a head on it.
It's the classical water.
See there?
Pellegrino, I think, has given it a run for its money because Perrier got to be more of a. Ooh, I like the lemon smell.
It's got a lemon essence in it. I didn't mean to get the lemon essence. I accidentally got the lemon one. But it's not bad.
You know.
Only thing is, you couldn't mix this with scotch or something like that because of the lemon essence. You'd have to mix this with vodka or gin.
That's right, and then squeeze some.
And then squeeze more of it in there because that wouldn't be enough. The rest of these would mix fairly well with your scotches, your bourbons.
So here's a recipe. Remember you bought me a bottle of Aperol when you were in Pohake?
Yes.
Did I tell you this recipe before on TV?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, you get some Aperol, which is an Italian aperitif, one of the most popular Italian aperitifs.
Yes.
You get some champagne or Prosecco or any sort of bubbly wine. You mix them in equal proportions, and then you add a little soda water.
Yes.
It becomes an amazing drink. It's really good. You should come over and try it.
I'll be happy to come over. You want me to bring the prosciutto?
Sure, as long as you eat it.
Oh, he said prosciutto. What did you say?
Prosecco.
Oh,
Prosecco.
Prosciutto. I thought you said prosciutto.
You can't mix prosciutto and Aperol. You could mix anything.
Some
You'd
people
have
eat-
to put in a pretty good blender. So it'd sort of be a ham aperitif, right?
Hammer teeth.
Thanks. This is a weird. Okay, we're finishing up this sequence. This is wellness water. I picked this up in Marshall's for about the same price as these guys, $1.79.
Bubbly?
It is a. We'll find out. It's wellness water. What you do is you try to open it up.
All right.
You want to do the pushing.
Quickly now. Go
You
ahead.
push that
Okay.
down. Oh,
That breaks the seal.
It breaks the seal of
And it
of
lets-
dirt in there. Now shake it up like that. Come on.
It lets
Shake it
colored,
up.
colored substance. We don't know
It's
what it
called
is.
acai.
Look, you can see it pouring in.
Yeah, what is it? Acai blueberry? Is that what
it?
it is? Oh man, that's cool. This might be the most fun thing you could ever have.
Okay.
We'll see how it tastes. No, not yet.
Okay.
Who's doing sound effects here? Okay. Oh man.
It's blue.
If you want it,
smells
smells blue.
blueberry-ish.
It smells blueberry. Oh, it smells a little poopy-ish too, doesn't it?
It doesn't have a good bouquet, really. So, okay. This is my
Wow.
favorite right here.
Tastes like soda.
For the money, this
healthy.
is the best.
Well, if it's cheap.
This, and I like that.
And we like that. We're going to take a break here and let
We'll be
our
right back with the
burps-
real news after these words.
Real news.
Welcome to La Buena Vida Women's Club. located away from the crowds but close to home. Come in throughout the day for Jazzercise, the world's dance fitness leader for nearly 40 years. Treat yourself to a relaxing massage, or unwind in the lounge area or outside on the balcony with friends. La Buena Vida Women's Club, located and designed with women in mind. For information, call Diane at 650-9721.
Celebrate, celebrate, Fiesta Motors.
Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there.
Celebrate, Fiesta Motors, where buying a car is always a celebration.
Taunton Interiors, make yourself a beautiful home.
The most beautiful homes in Las Cruces have one thing in common. It's Don Tan Interiors, the local experts in granite countertops and fine kitchen cabinetry. When it comes to home improvement, think Don Tan Interiors.
Taunton Interiors, make yourself a beautiful home.
And we're back.
Yes.
Right here on
Where'd
Double
those
Talk.
bottles go? It's like
I don't know.
magic.
I don't know. We still have our glasses empty. So
The producer came and he drank everything. I just heard some
don't worry about
fizzing
it.
sounds.
Oh.
Fizzing sounds from
That's what
the
happens here on
studio.
Channel 98.
Oh,
No.
what are we doing? We're doing
Well,
news.
we just talked about a lot of drinks. And
Wait, I was gonna get-
fizzy water is a good mixer with
We
things
kind of
like
agreed this was the
scotch.
best tasting one.
That was the best. Had the best fizz too. The best bubble action from Italy.
Italy.
Now,
The place where drinking is,
and those will go well with
perfection.
drinks like scotch and things, but unfortunately, places where you can go have scotch are closing down. In
How
Las Cruces.
sad.
For
Like what?
Well,
Or wine.
for instance, Lorenzo's
That
closed
was
down.
a shock, wasn't
Lorenzo's
it?
closed.
A shock,
One of the best Italian restaurants in town, if not the best.
if not the best.
Unfortunately,
We have to clarify Lorenzo's Messia, which this one is, because
Yes.
as we know, Lorenzo's Messia is now different, or was different at the time, from the rest of the Lorenzo's, which Vince owned. And Lorenzo owned this. I think everybody's read about this already. Apparently, the story is that he had opened a restaurant around Zaragoza exit in
El Paso.
El Paso, where there's a lot of new growth in 2007. And then 2008 came.
Oh, I didn't realize it
That was the
long.
crash. Also, I understand that around that exit, Italian food. I love Italian food. What did you used to like there? You used to like the
I like
clam
the
sauce.
clams and linguine.
And they had the clams provençal, which was clams with vegetables, which was a good dish.
Well, I liked a lot of the bread there was kind of nice.
Bread there was very good.
And with a glass of wine, you can't go wrong.
Anyway, so the exit by Zaragoza, whereas Tinseltown is that
Yeah.
thing,
Well-
all the chains are there. And the people moving to that area of El Paso are people from all over the country, so they're only used to kind of chains. And I think Carrabba's is there,
Oh,
which
yes.
is a lot of competition. I don't know the exact situation.
Well, you have people on Las Cruces who would rather eat at a restaurant like
Like Olive Garden,
Olive Garden.
which is actually pretty good.
It's not as good as Lorenzo's. I'm sorry.
I got to admit that
I'm
I
sorry.
think they're two different things right now. They're eating at two different restaurants.
Roadhouse chains and a local home-owned operation. I'll take Lorenzo's any day.
How about what is it? Puglio's, the guy on
Polaro's?
Polaro's. You wouldn't take that home-owned restaurant, would you?
Well, no, I wouldn't.
Okay,
you
so
go there-
home-owned isn't the
Well,
criteria.
you go to Polaro. First off, you can't get a glass of wine at Polaro's. Two, the waitress's feet hurt, and she tells you about it.
Second of all, if you ask for extra Parmesan on your dish, they take it back to the restaurant and they put a teaspoon on.
Yeah, no.
But we're not dissing Polaro's because
Why not?
I don't know. We're just giving our reactions of that. So, but I'm talking about it. Just because it's homegrown doesn't necessarily mean it's better.
In this case, it was, in my opinion.
Okay, Olive Garden's better.
No, Lorenzo's was better than Olive Garden.
No, Olive Garden, Polaro's isn't better than Olive Garden.
Look, forget Polaro's. Lorenzo's.
What about C
was
Bistro?
better.
What about C Bistro?
I like them. They're quite
Okay,
good.
they are
and
pretty
they're
good.
better than Olive Garden too.
They are pretty good.
So
I like Olive Garden.
Yeah. Oh, Michael. You probably like Johnny Carino's too.
I did like Johnny Carino's.
Oh, in Las Cruces?
No,
No.
the one in El Paso.
The one in El Paso
much
was
better.
okay.
And I've only had Carrabba's in
I've never
Florida,
tried it.
and it's pretty good.
I like the California Pizza Kitchen. That's pretty good.
That was only in
Oh,
California.
no, it's in Albuquerque.
Oh,
Romano's
Is it?
Macaroni Grill. Now that's
Uh,
a good. If you want to have an Italian chain restaurant,
what is it?
Romano's.
Il Vicino in Albuquerque is really good
yeah,
too.
okay.
That's very good. There's another restaurant we heard is changing over. You heard.
well, Eddie's Bar and Grill is closed, and
We don't really go eat there that much.
and we don't know how often. I had lunch there a couple of weeks ago, and we don't know how long they're going to be closed.
You know, you mentioned.
I'm guessing a year.
You mentioned Eddie's Bar and Grill. You know, you talk about places to go and have drinks. There's not many places where you can find a good bartender in Las Cruces.
They had one there.
Did they?
Yeah, they had a couple of them there.
I would guess Double Eagle has a good bartender.
I don't know. They change hands a lot over there.
They do.
But not
I
at
was
Eddie's.
hoping De La Vegas would have good bartenders, but
Uh-huh.
they are iffy. They're like, if you tell them
There's no
exactly what to do.
consistency
We-
in Las Cruces.
You know, for the amount of drinking that's done in this town, you need a good bartender. Where are they? Where are the good bartenders?
Well, where are the good managers of bars and restaurants to keep the consistency at a high
I
level?
don't know. You know where they are?
Where?
Olive Garden.
Elsewhere? No, they're not, Michael.
Yes, they are. They're run so well. The people are polite. The managers come over. If somebody's toenail is in your spaghetti, they'll come over and comp you. So that's how you get a free meal. Put your toe in it.
Do they have is there a bar at Olive Garden?
Olive Garden actually has a very good bartender. We were there a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
The bartender knew stuff. He was actually educated. There's the Passion Lounge. That went out of
They
business.
went out of business.
We went there once for drinks, but the drinks we had were very easy to make. They were called Scotch.
Okay. Well, I understand that these people are going to be the ones redoing Eddie's Bar and Grill to open it up who knows when.
It should be good because, you know, there's a theory there that could work. The theory is, you know, well, Passion, but a posh little bar. That's an actual bar that can produce quality drinks. You know, really good drinks are very surprising. A lot of people don't drink because they know, you know, like a gin and tonic or a Bloody Mary. But a wonderfully concocted drink is really a thing of beauty.
Well, that's why
It's
they
an
call
art.
them mixologists,
They
not
do.
just a bartender, if you know
They
what you're
do.
doing. I never made it to Passion Lounge before they closed because, you know what? They didn't advertise worth a darn, so it was never on the top of
mean, 'cause
my list to go.
They didn't advertise on this show.
They didn't advertise on this
And
show.
notice they're not in business.
And neither did Eddie's Bar and Grill.
And neither did Lorenzo's.
Neither did Lorenzo. Although I did have Lorenzo on this show here about 2 years ago as a guest. But after that, he never advertised.
Did he teach you any cooking things?
Well, I can't tell you. There's secrets.
All right. Well, enough about food
But, you know, we were talking about Ruidoso a little while ago because it's on fire nearby.
nearby.
Well, there's another kind of fire brewing
Oh,
at
yeah.
the racetrack,
That's a good one.
at the Ruidoso Downs racetrack.
You know what's good about this type of story at Ruidoso? It's just like on TV, where a gang comes in and you have a large moneymaker. Apparently, there's like $25 million in contention about the Zetas from who I know nothing about from Mexico. Were running money through there.
You're talking about the drug cartel gang
Yes.
of Mexicans who are now moving into North America, or moving into United
Well,
States
the
of
United States, they're
America,
part of North America.
to
Mexico.
launder
Launder
their
money.
ill-gotten gains, and they were using Ruidoso Downs to do so, allegedly.
Allegedly.
And they also allegedly were
rigging
fixing
the game,
races.
fixing the races, which starts to give Ruidoso Downs, which was on his, you know, they're holding on by a thread. Maybe that's what brought them back to life, because at some point they were thinking of bringing that horse racing down closer to Las Cruces.
Right.
So,
Well, and here's the thing. The owner of Ruidoso Downs, Mr. Hubbard, also owns the horse racing track in Hobbs. Makes you
Ooh.
wonder. They're investigating the Hobbs racetrack now too.
well, luckily I know nothing about race tracks or betting, so I stayed out of that deal. There's other things, you know, the guy from Sunland Park,
Yes, Salinas.
Salinas, his lawyer wanted to be able to talk to him like we're talking to each other
In jail.
in jail. Are we in jail? No, we're not in jail.
You think we were.
But they were in jail.
He's in jail.
But there's
But he can't
there's a
have
wall between them, and there's a lot of taped messages that he has to listen to, and it doesn't work. According to certain people, they usually don't prevent the lawyers from actually meeting with the criminals, although now that this is happening, they are starting to do that. So that's an interesting thing.
So that's all thanks to the district attorney. He's
Yes.
changing the rules because she doesn't want Salinas to talk with his lawyer.
Just because I don't trust him personally either, not that I know him, but from what you hear, the convolutions of what he's done, it sounds pretty complicated, and he sounds pretty tricky.
Now, what else is going on?
Al Kissling used to be, he ran for political office a number of times. Oddly, here's another thing. This is like Sandusky, well, not anywhere near Sandusky, who was really doing bad things. Never mind him. He got pinched for pinching, kind of.
Oh, well, he's a reverend, of course.
But he hugged this woman in a hotel in Tennessee and allegedly gave her a kiss. She says she gave him a kiss. If everybody you gave a hug to and kissed, you'd be in jail a lot.
Or I'd have a lot of wives.
Poor Al Kissling is stuck for that. He says he didn't do anything. I know why they got him. First of all, it's in Tennessee, and he was hugging and kissing somebody, and he wasn't even related to her.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I know, if they were related.
It wasn't his sister or his cousin.
It would have been something. It would have been okay. Anyway, speaking about lovely things.
There's a big weekend going on right now.
It is.
It's Pride Month, isn't it?
It is Pride Month.
And today is Pride Weekend in Las Cruces. GLBT.
Yes.
Pride. Gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender.
Transgender, yes.
Yes. Anyway, it's Pride Weekend for them down at Pioneer Park. There's a big parade going on Saturday. Today it's going on right now.
Right now, there's things happening all over.
You go down to Pioneer Park, there's a lot of vendors, a lot of exhibits, a lot of shows, a lot of things going on.
And at different places, so you will find out from there what to do.
Many of your friends are there.
And our friends too.
Many of your friends are homosexuals, and
Yes.
you know them.
And go talk to them and mingle. They won't bite. You won't catch things unless you want to. And we're
out of time, Michael.
Friends. We're out of time?
Yeah, let's wrap this up because I want some water.
You want to go drink some water?
I'm thirsty.
Sounds
Thanks
good.
for joining us again right here on Channel 98's Double Talk. And he wasn't ready.
As well as
give me some water, Michael.
On the computer. Go to the computer.
Get some
Go
water.
on YouTube.
Give me some water, quick.
Which one do you want?
I'm thirsty. I don't care.
Pellegrino,
Yeah,
man,
let's have
because we
that.
really like Pellegrino. So Pellegrino, whenever you want to advertise us. Oh, there's our
quick.